Hello and welcome back to the Upward Bow YouTube channel. Happy New Year. It is 2024 somehow, and I just wanted to say happy new moon in Capricorn. And this video is going to be very short, hopefully, and sort of just discuss the collective reading that I had done yesterday. I posted short, and mostly, if you watched that already, it's the Cliff Notes version. I said, keep your plans close to the vest. Don't tell people that you don't trust what you want and what you're hoping for, and to just be very discerning because this is a very powerful new moon. And if you were watching this at the beginning of the year when I upload it, or if you're watching, honestly, if you're watching it whenever, it is January 2024, and Capricorn loves the long haul. It loves a lot of planning, it loves committing to things in the long term. So let this be a reminder if you come across this months down the road. Just remember where you were at the beginning of the year, and if you were feeling all of that, New Year's resolution hoopla, like remember where you were, and you can always go back to it. But the thing that I really wanted to talk about specifically was that reading in depth, because I always have a lot to say about the cards. That's why I'm a tarot reader. But, the cards were, we have the Ace of Wands reversed. And this is the Sasuraibito Tarot by Stasia Burrington. And then we have the Seven of Wands reversed. So 2 wands. And then we also have the Ace of Swords upright. And I really just want to emphasize this idea that you have a burgeoning idea, right? This new moon is bringing up a lot of hope and a lot of inspiration and a lot of motivation. And, when you have, like, it's being reflected in the Ace of Wands. And when you have this reversed, it's sort of like, it's a little smaller than it usually would be, but it doesn't mean it's non-existent. And when you have two aces, right? You have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords, fire and air. Fire and air, you're getting that, you're being emboldened, you're getting that oxygen for whatever dreams you have. But it's so important to share that in the right spaces. It's so important to nurture that in the right spaces, because if you're trying to light a fire in the middle of a rain, like a torrential rainstorm, you're gonna have a lot of difficulties. And so that's why I say be discerning and trust those that you actually trust, that you share values with, because if you share something, we have the Seven of Wands, and you don't want to be cut down before it's too early. You don't want to have to fight and defend yourself all the time just because you have an idea that maybe somebody doesn't necessarily agree with, right? Like, as much as we all have people in our lives that love us, sometimes they don't share the values that we have about how we want to live our lives. And it could be a small thing, it could just be like, you want to run a marathon or something, and you always have that person who's like, I don't ever want to do any physical activity, and maybe they don't need to, and this is not a PSA on health, but it could be, that's not a small feat, to be honest, but it could be something like that, or it could be you want to start a business, and the people in your life are not necessarily entrepreneurial, or they really love they really love working for other people because they want to be able to, at the end of the work week, just not have to think about work. Whereas you might be somebody who's like, no, I'm actually really motivated and energized by all the things that I want to do. And maybe you're an artist and everyone in your life is like, you can't make money as an artist. There's nothing there. And AI takes jobs and AI does take jobs. So, be very conscious about using AI art because it's not art. There's more people who are, again, I'm not trying to make this a PSA, getting off topic. The point I'm trying to make is be very discerning about who you're sharing it with. And like we have this imagery, I want to show this card. We have this imagery of the Ace of Swords, and you know, it is cutting through. This is the sword of truth. This is cutting through the bullshit. This is cutting through the doubt. And you can apply this to whatever plans you have. If you feel like you are trying to, you know, find your voice, this card for this new moon is saying, yes, you, whatever you feel emboldened to say and whatever you are feeling is your truth, right? Again, the sort of truth, whatever is your truth, use that and wield that responsibly. But I also want you to think about like this idea of, you know, if you look at the visuals of this card, it kind of looks like, you know, a flame in the dark. And this tiny flickering flame is just, those are your passions. If we combine it with, you know, the Ace of Wands and we look at it as, you know, you're starting a single thing. This is a very beautiful card. This is a beautiful take. It's not necessarily very fire elemental, aside from the warmth of the colors, which I'm not sure my camera's picking up. But, you know, traditionally it's the fire elemental. And when you have fire, you know, you really have to wait until it's strong enough before you can, you know, a little spark can do so much, but at the same time, if you have a feeble little flame, it's gonna blow out. And I don't want that for you. I want you to feel like you can do anything. And the truth of the matter is, you have to make sure that you are not putting yourself in quote unquote harm's way. You can't be that flame of your desires, of your aspirations, of your hopes and your dreams. You can't put them in a place where it's just full of other people's egos and bullshit. Trust the people whose values you share. Trust the people that you know will protect that flame. And use that sense of trust to help you throughout the rest of the year to get whatever your goals are. So maybe it is that fitness regimen, or maybe it is that, you know, that big art project that you want to do. If you have a big art project, whether you're a writer or you're a singer or you're, you know, or a visual artist, like share that with people who can help you build that fire. But like, don't leave it to people who will snuff it out. And like, that's the other warning of the Ace of Swords, is like, you have to know who really shares it and who really wants what you want, because they could snuff it out. A single gust could do so much damage. But just enough oxygen can also help with that flame. So that's the message I wanted to leave, and this is getting to be a little longer than I wanted it to be, but that's my message for this new moon because it's important. And if you want more advice for your individual sign, I have a bunch of written Tarotscopes already on my blog, and you can get that through my Ko-fi. It's linked everywhere. But you know, I want you to be able to do everything you want. And if you don't believe that right now, I do. So do whatever you need to do to keep yourself and your dreams and your hopes safe. So if you liked this video, if you liked this advice, I shouldn't even say video, but if you liked this advice, let me know and give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all those fun YouTube things. I want to do more with this. I want to share more. I want to help more, and that this is the tiny flame for me that I need your help with. So, yeah, yeah, happy 2024, happy new moon in Capricorn. And I will see you later.